Good morning from a very, very early arrival here at the Sherwood Ice Arena, just outside Portland, Oregon, where the Everett Junior Silvertips are going to face off against the Vancouver, British Columbia Eastsiders. Vancouver, this is Game 2 of the tournament, and Vancouver won their first game against Ridge Meadow 3-1. And, of course, we were on the losing end yesterday, 2-8. So, hoping for a better showing today. Boys are just completing the tips on 3 cheer over here to my left. And so welcoming in this morning, voice of the Junior Silvertips and the Crown Royal Man of the Year, Mr. Mike Meetsma.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is early. Not a lot of excitement here behind the glass so far, but we're going to try to ramp her up and see what we can get done. Sounds like we got a little bit of music.
Well, it was short-lived.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was so early that when we dropped the boys off, I said, hey, let's head over to Starbucks. And Sandy's like, Starbucks ain't open this early. And I said, heck
you
yeah,
know it's friggin' early when you're banging on the Starbucks door and they're like, no, not open. Not open. But sounded like most of us were pretty successful to get our morning coffees, so we'll see if that gets us going here. So the first line of the morning is the Wyrick line. Anderson with Corson. We got Bryson Rohde and Kieran Walton on defense. Here we go. Puck's dropped. Comes out for Anderson on the sideboard. He gets tripped up. Comes back for Vancouver. They cycle it through the upper neutral zone. Coming to the corner. Go right out front.
That was just embarrassing.
Wow. In 15 seconds, and I think you're going to see that all day long.
Beautiful, a beautiful pass.
Yeah, that was beautiful setup.
Nobody home guarding the crease there.
Nope, everybody watching the puck.
Well, there you go, boys. Good morning.
Good morning.
Little shot of adrenaline for you.
Yeah, got to wake up there, boys. That's
holy cow.
That's a little crazy. New line out here, Brendan Phillips. Vancouver comes back into the zone. Comes back out for Brendan Phillips. He streams on the sideboards. Does a little wheel and deal, puts it right out front. It gets disrupted, comes back to the blue line. Shuffled into the zone by McCutcheon. Vancouver behind their net.
Good to see that McCutcheon didn't chase that all the way across, but wheeled back to his position.
Yep. Yeah, that was good. Comes up for Lombard. McCutcheon gets pasted at the boards. And it gets popped back in, and McCutcheon tries to slap at it. Comes back, gets picked up by Vancouver.
We've seen this play before.
Yeah, we've seen this play. They're unobstructed behind the Everett net here.
Good block by Nuke.
Comes up right out front.
Whew.
Yeah, just again, I mean, that's their play. They come right to the corner of the net, and then they shovel it right into the danger zone.
I predict they will score again with that play today.
Yep.
They've had 3 good attempts already.
Yep. So there was a attempt that got shuffled off by Stringhurt. Referee lost visibility of it. Looks like blew it down. It was probably a good thing because they were on a wraparound attempt. That was a little crazy.
Meinecker out with Herman and who's the other? Poland.
Vancouver tripped up behind Everett's net.
Sorry, Meetsman's the other forward there. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Herman always trips me up with the way he sets his defensemen for faceoffs.
Oh, yeah.
And so when I'm looking at the lineups, I'm like never sure who's playing which position.
Yep.
Which is ridiculous.
Comes up in the corner, chased down by Herman. Comes out for Vancouver. Vancouver cycles it to the other side for Poland. Poland shuffles it all the way over into the Eastsiders zone. Chased down by Althoff. Althoff tries to put it out front, gets disrupted, goes up the boards. Comes up for Vancouver. Vancouver streams into the zone, drops it back. Vancouver spins in the corner, drops it to the blue line. Shot gets blocked. Comes up on the sideboards for Corson. Corson pops it up, but can't get it past the Vancouver defense. Vancouver doing a great job cycling this puck. Comes back for Poland. Poland pokes it up at back behind the Tips zone. Or net, sorry. Good hit by Poland. Comes out for Anderson. Anderson pops it off the boards into Vancouver's zone for the icing.
Just getting rolling here. 12 minutes to go in the first period. Score is 0-1 in favor of the Eastsiders. You said you corrected yourself just in time, but you were about to say that the puck went to the Eastsiders side.
Yeah. I was like, that's not going to work. That is not going to work. On the sideboards for Vancouver. Vancouver gets tripped up by Althoff. Comes up, ripping shot, blocker save by Stringkirk. Comes out of the zone, chased aggressively by Lombard. Lombard can't get to it.
When was the last time you saw a rebound go across the red line?
Yeah, it has been a while.
That was a big shot.
That was a huge shot, yeah. Vancouver's defense does a good job at bringing the puck all the way back and allowing their forwards a opportunity to head up. Some good speed here by Vancouver. Nice stop, wheels right in, gets covered up by Stringkirk.
Great move there by number 10 for Vancouver. He was coming in with such speed, I don't think our defenseman had any idea he was going to stop like that and cut back the other way.
No, that's a great move. I love that move. Absolutely love that move.
Herman letting Stringkirk in on what his plan's going to be. Yeah, good face-off win.
Comes back, it gets taken away from Nuke. It comes right out front for the tip, gets blocked up for Meinecker, and Meinecker shovels it right over the glass and tries to say hello to some of the Everett parents there. Hopefully, doesn't look like
what's that?
I can't see like anybody got hit, but
no, I think she might have caught it. There's one of the moms there, but I can't see who it is.
Oh, it looks like Eleni Poland.
Nice.
She's all wrapped up in a blanket there, so it was a little tough.
Put her in net.
Herman with a face-off, and Meinecker through the zone. Gets seriously pinched by 3 Vancouver players. Comes out on the sideboards for Mietzma. Nice to see Mietzma out on the ice today. He had a pretty serious eye injury yesterday. Drops it back from McCutcheon. McCutcheon rips a shot, goes wide. Mietzma in the corner behind the Vancouver net. Pops it right out front, gets blocked, goes to the sideboards, poked back in by McCutcheon. Comes out for Vancouver. Vancouver drops it back. Oh, beautiful cycle. Man, 11.
Great block by Herman there.
Yep,
really saved that.
Ripping.
What a shot.
Oh, my goodness. Ripping shot that just goes over the shoulder of Stringkirk. It looked like he was pretty seriously screened there.
Yeah, there were a good 3 or 4 players between him and that shooter. That was a beautiful shot, very similar to the one that Zadina faced yesterday that came from the point up high.
Yep.
Just rocketed in.
It's a it needs to be it needs to be a man-on-man type of hockey game. Like you can't stand here and watch the puck.
No, and that line had done such nice work with the 2 previous opportunities there, but it all fell apart.
Yep, it all fell apart.
2-0 at 4:55 in the first period.
Vancouver controlling the puck here in Everett's zone. Wheels to the top of the circle, rips a shot, goes high. You know, it's like Vancouver is just able to walk right in through the defense without Everett being aggressive. Comes back on the sideboards, pop back for Gumont. Gumont slides it up, goes all the way into the zone, chased down aggressively by Corson. Corson gets to it, but he gets poke check, and Vancouver stream all the way back. They wheel. Everett does a good job pinching. 2 guys here in the corner. Comes right out front. Man, 11.
There were two of them wide open, number 12 and number 15, both ready for that.
Yeah, because everybody's here in the corner,
Yeah.
right? We
Yeah.
had two players here in the corner. Vancouver comes out with a puck, and they're wide open in front of our net.
3-0 at, is that 8:58? Can't quite make it out.
That is 8:58.
8:58. Shots 13-3 in favor of the Eastsiders. They are pouring it on this morning.
They are, yep. They are ready to rock and roll. It's not so much of an aggressive game so far.
No, in fact, much more finesse play, I think,
Oh,
out
yeah.
of the Eastsiders than we've seen out of the other 18 U
Yeah,
teams.
these guys can cycle the puck, and they have some pretty good speed. Comes up for Corson. Corson dumps it in the zone, collected by Vancouver. Deep in their zone, comes up on the sideboards. Gets pinched up by Rhodey, but comes all the way back for the icing.
On the off chance that you're a Eastsiders parent and you stumble across our broadcast, we just want to let you know that we do this all in a little bit of good-natured fun. And if you hear us picking on your players or your city, well, we feel sort of bad about it, but not bad enough to not do it.
Yep.
Gigantor behind the net.
Get, I'd say get back to the east side of the tracks. I'm not exactly sure where the Eastsiders are from.
Well, I'm going to do a little research here and see what I can find, but my guess is they're from somewhere east of Vancouver. My goodness, the goalie chucked his stick, and Strinkert's subbing out over here for Zadina on our side. I don't know what the goalie was throwing his stick about, or was that one of our sticks?
That's one of our sticks.
Ah.
So Rhodey was in there mixing it up with the goalie. Goalie shoved Rhodey and threw his hockey stick, which
Feels like that's a technical to me.
should have been an unsportsmanlike technical, but
Well, apparently it's okay.
hey, we are in Portland.
So Carson Zadina is in goal here at about 8 minutes to go in the first period, subbing in for Craig Strankert. He's going to get his first test right about now.
Right here, yep. Comes out for Mietzma. Mietzma gets tripped up on the play, drops it for Rhodey. Rhodey up to Meinecker. Meinecker gets poke checked. Comes back to sideboard for Mietzma. Rhodey does a big slapper, gets blocked by Vancouver. Picks it up, good save here by Zadina.
Number 14 attempted a little backhand pass between his
Yep,
legs to
yep.
put it right out in that spot that they love to put it.
Yep. Good job, or good save here by Zadina.
What? Now Strankert's back in. There must have been an equipment problem. I was like, are we platooning
Oh,
every
gee.
other shift?
Yeah.
Strankert's back in.
All right.
Good job, Zadina.
Yeah.
That's coming in cold and just facing a shift is that's weird.
Like a barrage there, first out of the gate. That's,
Had to have been an equipment problem is all I can figure.
Yeah. Anderson streaming into the zone, loses it up on the sideboards, gets rammed into the boards, gets picked up by Vancouver. Looks like really, Vancouver's got 3 or 4 players that are just, really overly good and aggressive, and they play very well together. And I think Everett's going to have to do a little bit of line matching here.
$7-11 in the first period. Shots 15-5 in favor of the Eastsiders. Good face-off win there.
Yep. Picked up here by Nuke. Nuke slaps it off the boards. It gets brought up to the blue line. Comes out of the out of the Everett zone. Vancouver goes back and heads back up. Like, look, they do a great job cycling back and trying to make Everett, chase the puck a little bit. Brendan Phillips tries to wheel through a couple of Vancouver's players. Gets picked off, gets dropped back. Gets grabbed by Althoff. Althoff streams out of the zone. He gets picked off by Vancouver. Vancouver streams into the zone, gets tripped up.
12 left his feet there.
Grabbed up by
Nuke
Althoff.
hit him in the back of the head, and there'll be a penalty on Nuke.
Jeez.
They called it a cross-check, but he punched him in the back of the head.
Yep, after the play, retaliatory.
Well, number 12 had left his feet and kind of jumped in. It wasn't terrible, but he jumped into Nuke there, and the official wasn't going to call that one. But Nuke into the box, 2 minutes for, looked like he gave him a cross-check penalty.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's exactly what we need right now. Exactly what we need.
Nice dive there by
Lombard.
Yeah.
Streams into the Vancouver zone, chased down hard by Althoff. Althoff can't quite get to it. Comes out to the sideboards. Grabbed up by Lombard. Lombard tries to take a shot, gets blocked. Vancouver comes streaming into the zone. Gets tripped up. Comes back out to the Vancouver blue line. Again, streaming into the Everett zone. They drop it back. Man, they do a good job cycling the puck like that.
They really
look at this. Wow.
Pretty play.
Yeah. It's just a great job here.
Oh, nice work.
Oh, it gets poked away there by Herman.
Yeah. Right on, boy.
Yep, that was a great aggressive play there.
Herman was selected by the coaches as yesterday's player of the game, but forgot to come out for an interview.
Oh, so we're going to have to do that after the game.
We'll have to do a posthumous. Little leap by the official. Good clear by Meinecker.
Yep.
This has been a great shift by Herman's line. Haven't allowed a shot yet. 37 seconds left in the power play.
Hey, Vancouver streams in pretty much unobstructed until Herman comes in and
prevented another shot.
Prevented another shot. Great job here.
This PK line is really playing well. I hope I'm not jinxing them by saying so, but they are playing really well.
Rifle shot from the blue line gets picked up again by Vancouver on the sideboards.
15 seconds.
Cycles it behind the net, looking for chances. Goes up to the blue line.
Nice work, Herman.
Yeah, gets blocked up here and just tries to shuffle it out of the zone. They were successful, but big flop shot gets collected by Stringkirk.
And that's the end of the power play. Vancouver back at full, Everett back at full strength.
Well, that
great
was
PK line.
Great PK line.
Meinecker and Herman in particular just looking fantastic.
Yep.
Great job, boys. 4 minutes left in the first period. Shots still 15-5, so not a single shot allowed. That might be 16. That looks like a burned out bulb. So maybe one shot in that power play. Great job by Everett.
Rifling shot gets blocked. Another shuffling shot by Vancouver. Big scrum along the boards. Gets knocked out by Wyrick, and it's going to be icing. And it'll come all the way back for an Everett face-off.
I like the way Gumont's playing this morning. He's showing a little more energy and life than we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
He's battling here in front of the crease.
Wyrick with the face-off. It comes all the way out into the Vancouver zone. Cycles cross ice, picked up by Poland. Poland does a nice shot for Evan Corson. Corson takes a shot. Tries to get gloved by Vancouver goalie. Goes behind the net, picked up by Poland. Shot blocked. Gets slapped in by Gumont. Gets disrupted. Comes over the blue line for Gumont. Gumont drops it back for Althoff. Althoff just freaking skated out of that check. I mean, that was a good thing. He was going to get pasted on the boards.
It's
Grabbed up by. Oh, sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead.
not at all. I was just going to say it's good to see Poland back.
Yeah,
He's not been with us for a while after a concussion, and
that's for a couple games.
Skated with the team in the Switzerland jersey for a little while with the big cross on it.
Yep.
But this is his second game back. It's good to have him.
Yeah, it's good to have him back. Looks like the game is settling into a groove here. Shot by Althoff. Saved by Vancouver.
What a cookie duster, Nate Altoff.
Cookie duster.
So, so a couple of different stick taping things going on. First off, over here on our left, Strankert's taped his stick with black tape. There was actually quite a bit of debate, somewhat heated, in the locker room about whether goalies were even allowed to use black tape at all.
Oh, really?
They traditionally use white.
Yeah, yeah.
And no one in the locker room had white. Craig wanted to tape up, and so Herman said, "We'll use black." And then there was a little bit of a yelling match with boys saying it's actually illegal. Nobody quite sure. Craig didn't know. So Strankert's taped up with black. He's liking how it looks.
Wow.
And that gave Orion an idea. And so Orion has taped his stick with white tape. And then what he did was he got a Sharpie and he colored a black rectangle on it the size of a puck.
Oh, really?
And he tried it out on Craig. Hold on.
Oh,
Woo!
that was right through the crease there for the possible tap in. So he tried it out
So
on
he tried
Craig.
it out on Craig during practice and said, "Hey, does it confuse you? Does it look like I have the puck, maybe not where the puck is?" And Craig said, "Yeah, it's kind of weird. Sometimes, when the puck would come away from your stick, I couldn't tell if there was two pucks, and it was a little bit confusing." So Herman used that, of course, yesterday, that stick, and he credits that for the goal he got.
Ah, nice.
He thought maybe he distracted the goalie
Yep.
with his colored stick.
Nice.
I suppose now that I've told that story, some parent will watch this and report us to USA Hockey, and
I'm
Herman
sure,
will
yeah.
get defrocked as the captain.
That's right. Vancouver being very aggressive, drops it back.
Penalty
looking
called on
right
Everett.
to the slot there, and it comes out and gets tapped in.
So penalty had been called on Everett. That was a delayed penalty going on there. And frankly, I think the official should have blown the whistle on that first stop, but goal scored.
Yeah, I believe that the officials are a little offsided right now. There was a huge hit on the sideboard there that was pretty blatant. Like, if I can see it.
All right, 1:04 to go in the first period. It is 4-0. Shots on goal, 17-7. Eastsiders really starting to pull away here.
Yep.
Although they kind of started pulling away at 15 seconds in.
Well, that's true, right?
Although our boys have looked better the last
6
minutes maybe that we've been playing right up until that moment.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see if we can hang on to that. Comes out of the sideboards for Corson. Doesn't hang on to it. Gets slapped up here by McCutcheon. Oh, I could see that coming a mile away. Corson just couldn't get a hold of the puck there and slammed into the boards. Got to do a better job of those hard passes out of the zone. It's dropped in by Wyrick. Disrupted. Comes back out for Vancouver.
Wyrick's such a good defensive-minded forward. Look how he plays. Good third-line lead.
That'll be icing, and it will go all the way to the Vancouver zone for the faceoff.
3 seconds left to go in the first.
Oh, they had one side, now they're on the other side.
Slap it right off the face-off here. Oh, not bad, not bad. Come on.
That was good. Shot right off the face-off. You totally called that one.
All right, well, that's the end of the first. As we mentioned, it is 4-0 Vancouver Eastsiders. So, talking to the boys coming down to this tournament, and was asking them about, things that had happened at the last tournament that we might not have known about. So Herman was telling me about a story where it was the third period of the game against the Moose, and the official that had been there the whole game, Herman gets out there and lines up across from another kid, same way you always do for a face-off, and they're all set to go. And the official says to him, "Put your sticks across from each other." And the boys look at the official, and they look at each other, and they don't do anything. And the official says, "Put your sticks across from each other." And so the boys kind of move their sticks a little bit. And he says, "No, put your sticks across from each other." So the boys, now very confused from the two teams, they swap their sticks backwards, kind of across from each other. And he's like, "No, I want you to put your sticks across from each other." And Orion looks up at him and he says, "Sir, they are across from each other." And he goes, "No, like this." And he grabs their sticks and he positions them. And Orion goes, "That's how they were when we started. like every face-off this whole game. So now Ryan's really frustrated, and he doesn't get like that very often. But they get their sticks placed.
Yeah.
The guy drops the puck, and as they skate off, the other player looks over to Ryan, and he goes, "Man, that guy's an idiot."
No argument there from Orion, I suppose. He was like, "What the?" Yeah, it's like sometimes you just don't know what to say. It's like, dude, that's where they were.
That's where they started.
That's where
they started.
You know, I am a hockey player. This is how we do it at the faceoff dot where we come from.
And it was the third period. It's not like it was the first faceoff of the game, and it was a new official, and he had things he wanted a certain way. They'd been having faceoffs with this official the whole bloody game.
Yeah. That is. That's a unique story. I like that story. It's good.
All right, here we are for the beginning of the second period. Van Halen playing on the radio.
Van Halen for Vancouver.
That's actually almost what I said when I was like
Vancouver playing on the radio.
Van Helsing.
Goes back to Gumont. Cross ice gets taken away. Shot from Vancouver on.
Smart play by number 16 there, just intercepting that. It was a long pass, and he just darted right up through, grabbed it.
Yeah, there when Stringkert is in his butterfly, it looked a lot like Zadina, and so I had to wait until he stood up. Nice aggressive takeaway here by Herman. Pops it into the corner, chased down by Flo, Chad Meineker. Another pass that gets picked off by Vancouver. They stream into the zone, come right out. Oh, their signature move there got freaking snuffed out by Stringkert.
He was on it.
He was ready
save
for that.
A little pat on the shoulder there.
That was good.
Well done. 2 quick shots already in the first little bit here of the period.
They came across the blue line, and I have to admit, I had pucker factor 7 on that one. It was a little nervous there.
It's dialed in.
Yeah, I don't know about dialed in, but it was definitely tightened. Big slapper.
Ringer.
Save. Another save here by Stringkert.
First shot ring off the post.
Yeah, it was like a save. He shuffled it off, hit the post.
Oh, it was him.
Yeah.
It was he. It was he who directed it to the post.
Well, that's what I saw anyway.
You're probably right.
Another shot gets blocked, goes wide.
That number 18 is a huge kid.
He's a monster. Vancouver back behind the Everett net, comes right out front. Vancouver cycling Everett. Comes out on the sideboards. Chased down aggressively by Brendan Phillips. Vancouver turns, pops it up, streams into the upper neutral zone, gets picked off by Nuke. Again, those passes are incomplete, and they are getting picked off here by Vancouver. Nice weak shot by Brendan Phillips.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go across to Althoff, but went for the shot.
That's what needed to happen.
This kid might actually be taller than Stringkert, number 18.
Yeah,
over here. He's big.
Vancouver streams into the zone. Gets poke checked by Walton. Walton aggressively dancing through the zone. Looks to take a shot, gets blocked.
Tripping call on Vancouver.
He gets disrupted. And Vancouver will have a tripping penalty.
Rhodey mixing it up after the play with number 2. I was worried he was going to take a penalty too. All right, power play opportunity. First of the game for Everett. Score still 4-0. Favor of the Eastsiders.
4-0.
12:28 first. Or I'm sorry, in the second.
Were you able to find out where the Eastsiders are from?
No. No, I got distracted. I looked to see what was going on with Team Snap.
Oh. Anybody doing any updates?
There wasn't any, and so I put a score up, but now I see there have been some.
Oh, okay, cool. Althoff to Anderson. Anderson gets poke check, gets dropped back to Corson. Corson streaming, tries to go high over the shoulder, scrum in front of the net, gets covered up by Vancouver's goalie.
Nice shot by Corson. Thought that was going to pop up over the goalie's shoulder and bounce in.
There's a nice shot there by Corson.
Stacy Strankert working the team snap side, so she's got it going on.
Good. Because I know there's a couple parents at home, and I have some family in Canada that are watching intently. Since we're not able to stream these games live because I don't have a satellite truck quite yet. Comes out to the blue line for Walton. Walton takes a shot, goes wide, picked up by Mietzma. Mietzma gets slammed into the boards. Comes out for Herman. Herman gets disrupted, comes out to the blue line, gets shuffled off by Althoff. Althoff's playing defense today, it looks like.
Well, either that or we're bringing 4 forwards for the power play.
Oh, yeah.
Well, looks like a penalty's been called on Everett. Slashing, maybe on Althoff.
That's a Walton.
Was that Walton?
Walton looks like he's shoulders down.
All right.
Going to the penalty box. Got a little bit of a line change here. Brendan Phillips with the face-off. Vancouver with it behind the net, comes back to the blue line. Cross ice, ripping shot, gets gloved up there by Strankert.
All right, here you go. Downtown Eastside, DTES, is one of the oldest neighborhoods in Vancouver, British Columbia, and is erroneously known as Canada's poorest postal code. According to the city of Vancouver, and then it lists out even more poor postal codes.
Oh, really?
The East Side includes Chinatown, Gastown, Oppenheimer Park, Strathcona, and Victory Square.
Okay.
All right.
I have no idea where that is, but it's a
it's on the east side.
It's on the east side, yeah. I wonder if that's by the university. There was a nice shot there by Phillips. Comes out for Vancouver, gets disrupted by Poland. Or Gm1. Gm1 up to Nuke. Nuke pops it into the Vancouver zone. Slammed up the boards. Vancouver's got some great speed. See?
Yeah.
3 guys in the corner.
Yep.
3 guys in the corner.
Yeah, the only reason that worked out was there was a line change happening for Vancouver.
Yep.
That could have been badness. Vancouver back at full strength. They got a 49-second power play.
Ripping shot. It's blocked, goes back behind the tips. Net collected by Vancouver. Vancouver puts it right through the slot. Heikeling goes right out front. Taps it in. That's their favorite play.
Well, 10 minutes in the second period, so we're about halfway through the game, and it is 5-0 Eastsiders. Shots on goal 11-24. By the way, I was just continuing my little search about the East Side.
Oh, yeah.
And it is known as, where did it go? I lost it. Nicknames are DTES and Skid Row.
Okay.
Yeah. This area is noted for high incidence of poverty, drug abuse, violence, and crime, as well as a history of community activism. So,
all right.
There
so
you go.
There's a little bit of both sides there. We got high crime and drugs, but the whole community gets into it. I'm not sure that came out. I'm not sure that came out right.
That's fantastic.
That was not right at all.
We're all participating.
I have to apologize for that if the Vancouver Eastsiders are listening. That did not come out as intended.
I got to say, though, their
funny
hockey team, it plays a clean, pretty finesse game.
Oh, yeah.
They can skate, they can pass.
Yeah, they can move the puck
Whatever they're
very
doing
well,
with the Eastsiders hockey, they are doing it well.
Yeah. Thanks for landing that on a positive note. I appreciate that.
That's
appreciate
me
that,
bringing the sunshine this
bringing
morning.
the sunshine. Comes right out. It's going to be an icing call. The puck will come all the way back to the Vancouver zone.
Tales from EST. EST is the place where the boys go to do their workouts, lift and do their cardio and get fit. So apparently there's a pole in the basketball area where the boys are often running and doing exercises and sometimes tossing a football, playing a little basketball. Hold on here. And so Strenkert is famous for crashing into that pole. He, no matter what they're doing, he seems to back into it, bounce off of it. And apparently the other day they were playing with a soccer ball in there. And Craig kicked at it, missed, and kicked the pole and hurt his foot so bad that he had to stop. Couldn't continue.
Lots of activity here behind the Everett net.
So the boys are talking about putting some safety cones around that pole.
That would probably be a good idea. Or they need to, repaint it, like a barber pole or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, so we had a call here.
Interference on number 3 from Vancouver. Heading to the box. Another power play opportunity here for Everett at 8:11. 8:17. Gigantor in on defense.
Whew, that is a big kid. Comes out from McCutcheon. McCutcheon slides it into the zone. It gets disrupted by Lombard. Shot from Walton.
Nice feed by Lombard. Little one-timer.
Yep. That situation, you got to get those up in the top corner. So we have a face-off here in the Vancouver zone. Face-off done by Walton. Walton doing a great job. Everett couldn't come out with the puck. Comes all the way back to Lombard. Lombard to McCutcheon. McCutcheon cross ice, gets disrupted. Comes back. Is that Walton or Lombard? That's Lombard playing defense.
Well, power play, so everybody's switched up here.
Yeah. Sorry, it's a little bit difficult to watch the camera, talk, zoom, and keep track of play. So that's why you're here. Thank you.
Hey, no worries. I'm wrong a good third of the time anyway.
Phillips gets pinched on the puck, or pinched on the boards.
McCutcheon just crashed into Walton behind the play.
Yep. Comes out for Vancouver. Ripping shot gets blocked.
1 minute. 1 minute left in the power play.
Long pass for Meinecker. Meinecker gets spun off the puck by the Eastsiders. It comes back to the blue line. It gets out of the zone. Vancouver slaps it in. They got a player standing at the Everett blue line behind the defense. Goes back for Nuke.
Mietzma just came out on the ice along with Herman. Lombard's still out there. He's been out there for a minute and a half.
Yep. Vancouver back behind their own net. They do a big slappy into the zone.
A big slappy?
Yeah, a big slappy with Nuke collecting it for Everett. Up to Mietzma. Mietzma shuffling it up on the boards. Cross ice pass over to Meinecker. Meinecker stops at the blue line.
Vancouver's back at even strength.
Yeah. Ump it in behind for Herman.
I always say that. I meant back at full strength.
What did you say?
Even strength,
even
which is
strength.
Also true, but not what you say.
It just sounds weird. Shot rebound by Strenkert. Comes back for Rohde. Rohde can't hang on to it. It goes back behind the Everett net. Vancouver collecting it on the sideboards. They do a really good job with that three-man drop. Sideboards for Althoff. Althoff dumps it into the zone. Tries to chase after it. On the sideboards for Mietzma. Mietzma, Althoff, Mietzma. Takes a shot. Nice shot by Mietzma. Nice to see him back in the game. Comes back aggressively for Vancouver. I didn't even see that, but was that gloved? Saved?
Yeah.
Oh,
and that
okay,
was
good. Jeez.
I wasn't sure either. I couldn't tell which team was pounding on the boards.
Yeah.
I was really worried about that play there. It started when Herman missed interrupting a pass coming out the back.
Yeah.
So he sped in and tried to get it, missed it, and that resulted in the odd man opportunity.
Yeah, created that turnover and odd man rush.
Yeah,
Vancouver had some incredible speed coming out of the gate there.
Yeah, and Herman was coming across, so he couldn't turn and accelerate to catch up with the guy screaming forward.
Another shot saved by Stringkert.
Strinkert's faced 30 shots already at just 5 minutes yet to go in the second.
Well, he seems to be a little warmed up now. Comes out to the blue line for Vancouver. They dump it into the corner. Takes a shot, gets blocked, goes back into the corner for Vancouver. Comes out of the zone, picked up by Wyrick. Wyrick streaming into the zone. Goes to take a shot, gets blocked, goes into the corner. Picked up by McCutcheon. Comes right out to the slot. Vancouver dumps it out of the zone, and it goes all the way into the Everett zone for the icing. Aggressively chased down again by Vancouver. I mean, they're
moving.
I mean, they see that puck over the blue line, and they're moving.
Well, hey, it's second period, and it is time for today's edition of What Won't Wywick Remember? So last night we were talking to the boys, having a little fun with them, and I said to Aiden, hey, what did you forget today?
And
he says, I can't remember.
I can't remember.
So little good-natured fun there with Aiden.
He's like, well, he again remembered to not remember something.
Yeah, and I didn't dig into any other personal effects he may have missed, but I thought his answer was great.
I'm sure he left something.
Oh, most assuredly.
I think now it's becoming more of a secret that he's like, well, I'm not telling anybody.
Except for when he texts the whole team asking for an extra sock.
Well, that's true, right?
That's right. So that's today's edition of What Won't Wyrick Remember, brought to you by Sylvan Learning Centers.
That's it, huh? Sylvan Learning Centers.
That's it.
Where you learn
that's
stuff.
where you get Sylvan Learning Centers is where you go to get your tutoring, your extra tutoring.
That's
I
right.
couldn't think of the word.
Your extra tutoring.
Extra tutoring.
In pretty much any subject that you would need tutoring in, except for sex education.
Oh my goodness!
I understand. Yep. So don't go to Sylvan if you're looking for that type of stuff.
Now you just go hang out by Aladdin Bail Bonds in Everett.
Yeah, you'll get all sorts of
education.
Which I'm not sure they actually call that sex education anymore, do they?
Health.
Health. It's health.
Yep.
All right. Well, I've been out of school for a while. Health.
Yeah, they got the health class.
Popped out of the zone.
Oh!
Herman gets taken right off of his feet. He was looking for that pass coming to the zone.
Number 10 toppled right over the top of him.
Shot and saved by Stringkert. Vancouver again streaming unobstructed, looking for a hole. Nice job by Stringkert. Comes right through the slot. They try to set it up again for their famous move right out in front.
Did that go in? Nope. I can't tell. Looks like no goal to me.
No goal.
Boy, Craig is just sliding from side to side. He's working hard.
Flopping all over the place.
He's having he's given up 6 goals on 34 shots, but he's made some great saves too.
Yep. Which I mean, a couple of those are soft, but hey, when you're not getting a lot of support from your team, that's what happens, I guess. That's what I read. Comes out front, gets shuffled, scrambled in front of the net. Comes popping out to the blue line for Vancouver. They dump it into the corner. They go to set up. It comes right back out through the slot. Chased down by Evan Corson. Corson pops it into the zone for the icing. It'll go all the way back into the Everett zone.
For those who watched our video from the championship game back in Idaho, you saw the big celebration at the end with sticks and gloves and equipment flying everywhere, and there was just stuff strewn all over the ice. So the boys
that actually brings tears to my eyes every time I watch that.
You know, the funniest part of that whole thing was that afterwards the boys had to try to get all their equipment and get off the ice in time for the Zamboni, who was anxious and revving up. And so the boys only just this Tuesday finally got everybody all their correct equipment back.
Yeah.
So there was still Altov and Gooey who didn't have their gloves right. So they finally got their gloves sorted on Tuesday, about a week and a half after the game.
Comes back out for Vancouver, streaming into the Everett zone. Shot blocked. It gets dumped out of the zone. Cross ice chased down by Corson. They go D to D.
Number 18 skated by and blocked out the sun.
Yeah, certainly he's a huge boy. Man, 11. He's like a man-child. Huge. Comes out for Brendan Phillips over the blue line. He stops, looks, drops it for Walton. Walton takes a shot, goes wide. Got to put those on net. Slap to the other side over the blue line for Vancouver. Vancouver picks it up on the side boards.
1 minute remaining in the second period.
Vancouver gets pinched on the boards by Altov. Comes up to the hash marks, gets poked back behind the Everett net for Rhodey. Rhodey pops it up over, gets grabbed up by him again. Picked up his own pass, or streams on the sideboards. And he gets picked off on the sideboards. Vancouver comes out of the zone with it.
Just a few seconds left. Hang tight, boys. Oh, my goodness. What did I say? We give up a goal in the last 30 seconds of the period so often.
Yeah.
So often. With 1 second to go on the clock.
Crazy.
The 7th goal of the game scored by, or was that the 6th? 6th goal of the game. Yeah, a lot of goals.
A lot of goals.
The Eastsiders lead 6-0. Shots on goal 37-14. 14 is not a terrible number for 2 periods of hockey, but 37 is a whole lot of shots.
Well, I mean, the average is 1 goal for every 10 shots, so it's a little over that. A little bit.
I keep looking at these Eastsiders jerseys, and their the blue and white scheme reminds me of the Sounders, not the soccer team, but the Sounder train. It looks like the paint scheme on the side of the community transit buses and the Sounder train.
Certainly does, yeah. Yeah, so Everett trying to get a little bit of a pep talk.
Hey, so a couple of games ago, Chad Meineker was playing back on D, and he scored a goal, and he celebrated really hard. The boys were thought he may be even a little over-exuberant in his celebration. But they get back in the locker room, and they were giving Meineker a hard time about that goal. And Jack says, "Dude, I tipped that in. That's my goal." And Chad was, like, pissed. He was livid because he knew that was his goal, and he's back on D, and he wants his goal. But all the boys were like, "Hey, tipped it in. He tipped it in. It's Jack's goal."
Yeah.
And so Chad goes back, and he gets the video from your feed on the internet, gets it off of YouTube, and he takes it and he telestrates it. He creates a Snapchat video where he draws arrows to all the players at the start of the play. He puts a circle around where the puck is, and he highlights that all on there. He's got like 5 arrows in a circle, and he tracks the whole thing, and he posts it up on Snapchat and calls BS on Jack. So the boys all show up at the next practice, and they're like, "Jack, what the heck?" And the boys are totally chirping Jack, and Jack doesn't say a word.
He doesn't say a word.
He's got
He's
nothing.
just like,
he's not having it.
Nothing.
So Meineker defended his own honor.
Yeah, you know what? Good for him.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
using your video to keep truth on.
That's good. That's good. Comes back for Lombard. Lombard does a breakout pass to Vancouver. And he gets disrupted by Poland. Comes up for Meinecker on the sideboards. Comes for Vancouver. Vancouver streaming by the blue line, and they just dump it into the corner. Tries to get knocked down by Rhodey. Back, Lombard shuffles it over to Poland. Poland tries to get it out of the zone. It comes right back in. Comes to the sideboards for Vancouver. Gm1 playing very aggressive today to try to mitigate the damage. Rifle shot gets gloved and covered up by Stringkurt. Good job.
It's a nice little snap save with his glove, and then it popped right out on him.
Yep.
I've had that happen a time or two in baseball.
That was a hard shot.
Catch that ball, and it pops right back out. Good job covering up there by Stringkurt. And his rink is cold.
I'm like wearing every piece of clothing that I actually brought to Portland, and I am still freezing.
You're one piece of clothing short, near as I can tell. Not every piece you own is with you.
No, that's true, yeah.
You don't win Crown Royal Man of the Year for nothing.
That's exactly right. I got some great pictures of that. I texted that to my wife, and I could see a genuine eye roll. Like, oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness.
Number 4 can't believe that he didn't get that goal.
Oh. So the Stringkurt came out of his goal to shuffle that puck off and ended up, kind of whiffing on the puck a little bit, and gave it right to Vancouver for a rifling shot. He did a good job covering that up, though. Another shot shuffled off. Good hit in the corner here by Gumont.
Best part of that hit was that he just held him and tied him up.
Yep.
Kept him out of the play.
No, it's definitely nice to see that Everett's woken up a little bit, but it's the it's a situation where you're down 6-0. You can't wake up with 12 minutes left in the third period. I mean, it is nice to see. Don't get me wrong, but you got to do that a little earlier.
I think they're definitely playing a better game than they were yesterday, and I suspect a lot of that has to do that there hasn't been that much hitting.
Yep. Yeah. Man, they repeatedly do that. Looks like they're streaming behind the net, and then right at the last second they put it right out front for that tap in.
Well, and the best part of that, obviously they worked on that a lot, is that there is always somebody coming home to pick that up.
Always. Ripping shot gets blocked, goes to the side boards, collected by Vancouver, shuffled behind the Everett net.
That's something I'd like to see Everett do more of. When a guy goes racing in, usually his line mates kind of follow him in slow. And they need to go hard to the net so that those opportunities can happen.
Meinecker aggressive on the sideboards there, gets poke checked, comes back to the blue. Kept in by Althoff. Althoff takes a shot, gets blocked, comes out of the zone for Vancouver. Vancouver wheels and deals. Another save by Stringkurt. Another shot goes wide, comes out to the crease. Comes out for Corson. Corson tries to connect with Meinecker. Goes all the way to the Vancouver zone for the icing.
Last game we were at, Aiden Wyrick's mom, Susie, was looking for Kennedy and couldn't find her. She'd wandered off, and Susie had been looking for a while. She was getting a little exasperated.
Oh, right.
And as she walks by Gooey's mom, Gooey's sister, Ava, is there hanging out. And Ava always comes to the game with all kind of, hold on here.
Right out front through the slot. Man, 11.
Oh, Stringkurt. That was fantastic.
Comes out big, tracks that puck all the way, and, he saves it with his neck. That fantastic job, because they were just cycling the puck like crazy.
Yeah.
Like, they left all the Everett players, it was like everything freaking stood still, and the three of them were just cycling the puck around. It was just crazy.
Well, there's those moments when you're watching a game and you just know the other team is going to
Yeah.
score, and that was one
Yeah,
of
that
them.
was
Great
one of them.
job, Craig.
In the corner for Everett. It comes back. Rifling shot there by Lombard. Lombard gets taken off of his feet.
So back to my story there. So Ava always shows up with her toys and her games and
Right,
stuff to
right.
entertain her. She's always ready for a long stay at the rink. And so Susie says to Ava, "You're such a good girl. How come you always stay with your mama?" And Ava looks up and she says, "Because I never see her. She's always taking naps and doing laundry."
That's it. That's interesting.
Yeah, living the life.
Always taking
Naps and laundry.
Naps and laundry. What a life. Comes back on the sideboards for Vancouver. Lombard disrupts it and pops it up to Herman. Herman cross-ice pass, or that wasn't Herman. That was Rhodey, excuse me. Vancouver again in the Everett zone. Right through the slot. Huffled off by Rhodey. Sideboard for Herman. Herman pops it up, does a backhand right to Vancouver. You don't want to put it into traffic there, boys. You want to look for something open. Cross ice. Vancouver does a good job looking for that cross ice, open ice. Gm1 back behind the Everett net, up to Poland. Poland tries to shuffle it out of the zone, gets disrupted. Comes out in the blue line again for Poland. Poland cross ice to Herman. Herman backhand to Rhodey.
Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, just popped through. Boys were scrambling around in front of the net there, trying to get an opportunity going, but the puck popped free, and number 4 came down all alone.
Yeah, it was one of those where Stringherd, I believe, he said they're going high, right? So he
Staying up.
He stayed up for as long as possible, and then had trouble closing the 5-hole. So looks like we'll get goalies switched out here. Zadina will come in, completely cold.
7 minutes left to go in the game. Looks like we're in run time at this point.
Yep.
Score is 7-0. Shots on goal 15-41 in favor of the Eastsiders.
Jeez. Comes back for Althoff. Comes back for Walton. Walton drops it back. Gets collected by Vancouver. Comes right out front. Very scrambly. Scrambly. Comes out for Walton on the sideboard. A bunch of turnovers, but he's able to collect it. Takes a shot that gets blocked by the goalie and shuffled off into the corner. Comes back behind the Vancouver net. Blue line for Althoff. Althoff takes a shot, gets blocked. Goes back behind the net into the corner for Vancouver. Vancouver, long cross ice pass. They get by Meinecker right through the slot. Good sliding save by Zadina.
Meinecker got faked out there on the boards big time.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, he was.
I just saw him shake his
definitely-
head like, yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, he was watching the puck.
Yep.
Yeah,
He knows it.
you got to take the man.
Just under 6 minutes to go in the game.
Comes back to the blue line. Rifle shot goes wide. Comes right to the side of the net. Good job by Zadina to shuffle that off. Comes back to the blue for Vancouver. They cycle right through the slot. They take a shot. Did that go in?
No, Zadina got it up high.
All right.
Caught it with a shoulder.
High. Nice.
Good save.
You can't always tell when you're not really looking. You try to react to who's yelling, who's.
Yeah. Zadina, well, was looking like he was, I didn't know if he was messing with the net there, trying to get things settled. We're ready to go.
Big shot, another save here by Zadina.
Coming into this game, Zadina has a .87 save percentage, faced 300 shots, 262 saves. A lot of shots.
That's not including...
not including yesterday's game.
Yesterday's game. Another shot goes high. Collected again, goes right through the slot.
Good thing number 5 fanned on that.
Yep, man 11.
He was all alone behind.
Everett not in the penalty box? Nope.
Nope, just scrambling.
It just looks like they are... Looks like they are, just cycling the puck and leaving us looking like we're knocking off a penalty.
Yeah, we had 4 men shifted over here to the goalie's right, to the right side circle, and then 1 man up high on the line on the left. But yeah, it did look a little short-handed. 4 minutes to go in the game.
Sideboard, they drop it back. Vancouver right through the slot like they usually do, and it's knocked down by Poland. Streams up for Newquay. Newquay can't hold on to it. Gets turned over by Vancouver.
Oh, ugly hit. Penalty called.
That's going to be on
Newquay, I believe.
Newquay, yeah. Another resorting to...
Vancouver's goalie's out. They got their 6th attacker on, taking their time behind the net. All right. Whistle blows at basically 3 minutes left to go.
Bad penalties.
Newquay heading to the box. That'll fairly well wrap up the game.
That will definitely wrap up the game.
With with runtime going, by the time they get this puck dropped, we'll be very close to 2 minutes. Gumont going to the box as well. I don't know if that's because of that collision in the second whistle, or if they called that a major.
It could be a major.
Yeah, I didn't think there was anything bad with that collision.
Yeah, I mean, when when the game is not being overly aggressive, there's really no reason to do that after the, after the play stuff.
Boarding penalty on Newquay.
Rifle shot, top corner over Zadina's shoulder. Score now 8-0.
8-0. Well, we're familiar with giving up 8 goals.
Yeah, we are. That's a game where the plus-minus is not very favorable. So we'll have a face-off here at center ice.
We were confused about all the 3-minute penalties yesterday, and I wonder if we had been in runtime for all those 3-minute penalties, because I just saw that one was 3. Yep. I bet that's what happened yesterday.
That's what happened, yeah.
We got that far behind earlier.
Yep. Comes back to be icing. It'll go all the way back to the Vancouver end for the face-off.
Good to see Herman still hustling to the puck there.
Yep. I like to see that. Comes back to the sideboards for Vancouver. Shot that goes wide from Vancouver. They had a man posted at the blue line. Another disruption by Vancouver. They walk right in.
1 minute to go in the game.
Right into the slot. Shot that gets tipped. It goes up into the netting for the whistle. The Vancouver Eastsiders, coming incredibly aggressive. Oh, the puck's hitting right on the...
Oh, it's right behind the net.
It's right there.
All right.
There
Officials found the puck.
They did. Went and got another one. Those things are pretty elusive,
Well, Meinecker hid that one yesterday in his papoose.
Yeah, that's right, in his papoose.
Joey, I forgot we were calling him Joey.
Joey hit it in the papoose.
8 seconds.
That's a good
penalty called. Oh, maybe it's an offsides.
That's a good thing. A little bit of scrumming here, winding down the clock.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, they're going to be a game.
McCutcheon throwing fists. Like
Gee
literally
whiz.
throwing punches.
Come on.
Come on, Tyler.
Jeez. Why you got to do crap like that?
Yeah.
Just blows me away.
No reason for it at all.
You know,
But it's not like these guys were chirping him, or
No.
not that that's an excuse either. But
yeah.
game's over.
Well, the game's over, and now got the possibility for a game misconduct.
I don't think there's any possibility about it. I think he'll be done for the tournament.
Yeah. You know what? And you just screw your team with crap like that. I mean, I hate to say that live on air, but that's just a
keeping it real there.
Man,
There's no sugarcoating that kind of crap.
no.
Hoff's letting him have it,
Yeah.
as he should be. Although I think he's lecturing the team and not.
Well,
McCutcheon's clear over here on the side. He's not even paying attention.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, great game, but let's play how we play, right? There's no reason to.
No, none at all. None at all. That's just friggin'
So
disappointing.
yeah, did you write down the shots on goal here?
48-17 was the final.
Yeah. So we'll see if we get a.
Only 3 shots in the third period for Everett.
So if we get a couple interviews, we'll do them here.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Let's go through the handshake line. They're going to line up here for the MVP. Got a little bit of discussion going on here with the coaches. Looks like they're talking about height difference and well, I mean, Everett definitely played a little bit better in the last couple, in the third period, like we usually do. We usually wake up a little bit.
They had a nice end to the second as well.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
But by the time we got into the late third, there was just nothing going on.
No.
Vancouver was completely owning us.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Owning. But I mean, they they definitely had some good skill, and they really moved the puck well. I mean, this this little trick that they do.
Time and again, that's
going behind the net. That just what.
They either have played together a really long time or have really been coached on that.
Yeah.
All right, who's our player of the game here coming up?
Walton.
Walton.
Good job by Walton. So we'll have to grab Herman and Walton, and we'll just do them both at the same time, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see. Strinkert's kind of hanging out over here by the side. Oh, I see. He's just leading him out.
Leading him out. It was great. Probably shouldn't have done that.
Strinkert hanging his head there.
Yeah. Not happy?
Nope.
Not happy at all.
He wasn't given a whole lot to work with.
Yep.
That was a really good team. That Vancouver team they were quite good.
Yeah. So we're going to get Walton over here, and hopefully we can grab Herman as well.
All right, we'll put these on. Yeah, exactly. All right, hold on a sec. You want to do it here? Let's do it right here. There you go. What was that? You were getting chirped just then. Did you hear it?
Yes, I did.
What did he say?
He said pack,
Oh,
because I'm probably kicked out of the next couple games.
you think?
Yeah,
Well, that's
probably the next game.
We all set over here, Mike? All right. You can't hear. Oh, there's a power switch on the side of those headphones. try that out. Can you hear us now? Okay, good. All right. Well, so I'm here with Kieran Walton, picked as the player of the game by the coaches. Kieran, what you think? What happened there at the end? Tell me what was going on the ice.
I just saw a big scruffle, and I don't know. I just went in. I just went into it. That's it.
So you think? Did you find out? Did you get what kind of penalties were called there? What's going on with you and with McCutcheon?
No, I have no idea what's
No
going to
idea
happen
yet?
now. Probably not going to play the next game. Yeah.
All right. So, well, why do you think then, given that happened, why do you think you were a player of the game? What did you do well today?
Honestly, I don't really know. I mean, I skated the puck a little bit. And yeah, I'm not really that sure why I got it, to be honest.
All right. Well, was there anything do you think? I mean, it's obviously a pretty bad loss. What do you think you guys can do better in the next game? What were you doing wrong today?
I don't know. I guess we could try to move the puck up more. Try to just get more shots on net. That's really all we can do.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a tough loss and a tough interview for you to have to do, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Get on in the locker room, see what coach you got to say.
All right.
All right. Thanks,
you.
Kieran.